Hey, what's up y'all? This is Zaku Otaku here, and I'm going to talk about some Gundam stuff. So first of all, I went to the giant Gundam in Yokohama. It's huge, it's amazing, it's awesome. I went there yesterday. I cannot suggest it enough. If you're in Japan, if you're heading to Japan, if you can somehow get into Japan, this should be your first stop. It's so anime in real life. There's no other way to describe it. Looking up at this giant moving mecha in the heart of Yokohama City, it's like nothing else you can experience anywhere. So after watching this incredible robot move about through Yokohama, by which I mean a couple of meters from where it's standing, I decided, okay, I should probably watch some Gundam. And so I watched the first 5 episodes of the Gundam series, and it's pretty cool. Some takeaways that I've noticed is the animation is hella janky. It's really bad at points, but that's kind of adding to its charm. It's got a really good storyline. The characters are really interesting. I particularly like the bad guy, whose name I think is Char. He pilots a red bad robot that is very fast, which of course confirms the theory that red in fact makes things go faster. I really like the design of the original Gundam. I didn't realize how cool it looks until you see it in motion, even in this super janky 1970s motion. It looks sick. It's got this huge sword and this huge shield that it swings around, and the whole thing just feels really impressive and really weighty when you watch it. So one side note is when I went to the Gundam in Yokohama, they actually gave me a free mini model kit with my ticket. And I've never built a model kit of anything before in my life. So this is the first model kit. So here is the Gundam bag. I'm hoping you guys can see that okay. If not, I'll zoom in a picture. I bought these absolutely gorgeous biscuits that have this really cool design. This is Yokohama Chinatown, and then there's the Gundam, so it's kind of showing what it kind of looks like from an artistic perspective. I also got another one of the Gundam running through Yokohama Bay, which is maybe one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen, even though I'm a total newbie to Gundam, and this is all entirely new to me. I just think it looks really wild. So yeah. I also bought this very cool little book that I'm gonna give to my friend who actually knows more about Gundam than me, which is anything at all. I think it's really cute. Hopefully he likes it. And of course, included with my ticket to see the big robot was this model kit. It's pretty simple, I think, I hope. It says that you don't need glue or tools or paint, which is a selling point for me because I know that I would not be able to make this if I needed to use any of those things. So let's see how it goes. It looks like there's an instruction manual in English, so that's nice. All right. Whew. Okay, this might be more difficult than I thought. Let's make some room. Okay, yes, there are instructions, and they are very confusing. It says, find parts, remove the parts carefully and neatly, fit them together tightly. Well, here goes something. Camera angle change time. The head of the robot. Very small. Okay. I'm sure there's some Gunpla fanatics that are telling me I'm doing this way wrong, but that's okay. By the way, Gunpla apparently is the name for this Gundam plastic model kit style, and this is baby's first Gunpla. This is my first Gunpla too, so I guess that makes me a big baby. There he is. He is small, but he is done. Look at him look around. So this should show my amateurism. I'm looking at these two parts and I'm thinking, how do I put these two together? There's a big old hole here and a big old hole here. What do you reckon? Yeah. And... nope. But... maybe... hang on. Oh. They're not friends. Ah, and there we go. It's a Gundam pelvis. Very nice. So I should mention, this model kit is actually based off the Yokohama Gundam that I visited. This isn't from the anime or anything like that. It's actually from the real one. I'm making a model based off a robot based off an anime. It's kind of a couple of levels of inception there. And one of the things I thought was most impressive about the real robot was its foot. I know that sounds really crazy, but this foot in real life was the size of a small car. I know that's incredible, or maybe it's not, but for me, just seeing this robot and getting a sense of its scale was quite hard. It was kind of incomprehensible. It's very similar to assembling IKEA furniture or Lego. It has a similar kind of vibe to that. You're just following these instructions. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid. You got these Ninja Turtles figurines and then like their weapons would come in this kind of plastic, kind of pop out kind of stuff. It's got that similar vibe to it, I reckon. There's a leg, not gonna lie, the Gundam is much nicer, has much nicer looking legs than me, but that shouldn't be surprising. Now, one of my favorite things about this robot was the hands and the fact that they moved. It was incredible to watch this articulate robot with these massive hands, the size of, again, the size of small cars, articulate and move and point. It was absolutely incredible. It was really cool to watch. I should probably mention that I called myself Zaku Otaku in the introduction, which one might believe if they're watching this for the first time that I am an otaku for the Gundam Zaku, but in fact my name is Zaku, and or at least my name is Zak, and I live in Japan, so people call me Zaku. And I am not, in fact, a Gundam otaku. Not yet, but I don't know, give me a couple of weeks and I might be a convert yet. And that's your boy done. That was surprisingly easy to put together. I really love how this looks too. This is a lovely little model. Fantastic. The attention to detail is quite good, given how small it is. This is only about 10 centimeters tall, but it is great. Some extra little detail points that were in the Yokohama version, like on his shoulder pads. He's got like these little groove lines. Very cool. And of course, there's the stand that held him in the real Gundam in Yokohama. So I actually, when I went to the Gundam, so there's a viewing platform here and a viewing platform here in real life, and you can look at the Gundam from about the midsection and you can look at his head up top. It's pretty accurate to scale. I reckon this mid platform is a little bit higher and this one is a little bit lower. But yeah, it's pretty close to what it was like looking at him all the way up here. And you can imagine just how impressive that was to see him that close. But yeah, I can't recommend going to Yokohama enough. And if you get the chance, building this little guy. He's a pretty cool little robot, man. And there he is, our Gundam, ready for action. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good one. See you later.